Welcome to MDS 3.0 Fundamentals, Summer 2024. My name is Tara Hawks. I am the REI Coordinator, and with me today is Betty Metz. She is the Washington State MDS Automation Coordinator. I have put our email address on this slide, mdshelpdesk@dshs.wa.gov. You can email us at any time. This mailbox is monitored Monday through Friday, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. So today we are going to talk about Section F, and this is preference for customary and routine activities. So the intent of Section F is to obtain information regarding the resident's preferences for his or her daily routine and activities. Nursing homes should use this section and the data gathered to create an individualized care plan based on the resident's preferences. It is not meant to be all-inclusive, but it is used for resident preferences for their routine daily activities. F300, should the interview for daily activities and preferences be conducted? So again, this is a resident-centered assessment, and CMS expects that residents should attempt to be interviewed. If at all possible, we want it to be from the resident's point of view. So if we can, we want to try to interview residents. To determine whether or not a resident interview is conducted is not based on the response to B700, which we talked about earlier, make self-understood. Attempt the interview and follow the directions of when to terminate. Only do the staff assessment if family is unavailable to complete for the resident. Also, review item A1100, does the resident want or need an interpreter? So if the interview was not complete during the ARD, F0300 must be coded 1 yes, and then the rest of the items must be dashed for no information. So let's go to the items. So here we are. You'll see it has that little ear symbol indicating that this is a resident interview item. And so for these items, you'll want to make sure you include the statement while you are at this facility. So again, it may be a little bit different while you are here versus while you're at home. So the answers might be slightly different than their normal routine. And so again, get the resident's point of view. This is going to be important to include in the care plan. Then there's also directions for this question or for these items. You can stop the interview and skip to item F0700 if the resident gives 3 nonsensical responses to the first 3 questions, or the resident does not respond to the first 3 questions. So you're going to go through those items A through H, and you're going to code 1, very important, 2, somewhat important, 3, not very important, 4, not important at all, 5, important, but can't do it, so no choice, or 9, no response, non-responsive. So again, you're going to go through how important is it for you to choose what clothes to wear, take care of your personal belongings or things, choose between a tub bath, shower, bed bath, sponge bath, have snacks available between meals, choose your own bedtime, have your family or close friends involved in discussions about your care, be able to use the phone in private, have a place to lock your things and keep them safe. So again, these items you want to include, interview your resident if at all possible, get their answers, include them in your care plan, make sure your staff are aware. These items are all referenced in the survey process, so make sure their care plan, make sure you actually have interventions that are related to your residents' responses, because they will come up in the survey. So F500, interview for activity preferences. So these are, again, this is activities now for the resident preferences. So before we did the daily routines, now we're doing the activities. So again, you will ask these questions with the preference while you are at this facility. How important is it for you to have books, newspapers, and magazines to read? Listen to the music you like, be around animals such as pets, keep up with the news, do things with groups of people, do your favorite activities, go outside and get fresh air when the weather is good, participate in religious services or practices. And again, the coding is the same. 1, very important, and then it goes down to 5, no choice, or 9, no response. F600, this is the daily activity preferences primary respondent. So this is who is answering these questions for you. Who is your source of information? 1 is the resident, 2 is family or significant other, or 9, resident could not be completed. F700, should the staff assessment of daily and activity preferences be conducted? So if the resident can be interviewed, you definitely want to interview the resident for their preferences. However, if the resident is not able to be interviewed, then you would want to go ahead and consider doing this staff interview. For item F800, this is the staff assessment of daily activities and preferences. So this again is done with staff only if the resident is not able to and the family is not able to complete the interview. So for this item, the staff should answer the questions based on resident observations during the ARD. Observations should occur over all shifts. If the resident is not able to communicate with the staff, then they would base that on their observations when the resident appears happy. That would indicate the resident's preferences. The staff assessment asks the same 20 questions that it asks for the resident preferences in daily routines and activities. So the same questions is just the staff assessment based off their observations and interactions with the residents during the ARD. So some F tags to consider for Section F, Customary Routines, would be F561, Self-Determination and Participation, choosing activities consistent with interest assessments and care plans. Quality of life, participation in other activities, the right to participate in social, religious, and community activities. And F679, activities that meet the needs of each resident. So any questions for Section F?